And that, my friends, is 250. What is going on, guys? This is TheLostYeti here, and today we are back on the Infinite Realms server. Now today, what we're actually working on, first of all, is we are expanding the not mob farm, I mean the art gallery. But yeah, no, so we're doing that because for a future project I want to get some bone blocks going. But if you actually check out in the chat, my boy Common might have lost his stuff here because he was struck by lightning while fighting a skeleton, and unfortunately lost a lot of his items. So as a little thank you, I believe, because he's been trying to catch a charged creeper, I believe I have a trident in my chest, and we're gonna go do a special delivery because I'll be honest, I have no use for a trident, and I'm sure that he might have a better use for it. Ho, hi ho, off to Commons we go to drop off a trident so he can farm the charged creeper. Okay, here we are, coming in hot. Now the question is, where was Common? I don't actually know, but it looks like he's been making some progress over here on a second little hut. Oh, look at his library, it's coming along. So cute, but I want to make sure he can actually get to it is the problem. Alright, let's not die to zombies, please and thank you. You just gotta use the secret base when you can, you know what I mean? Just get a good sleep in. There we are. Don't know what you're gonna do with this place, Common, but hopefully something. Oh, you got a brewing stand going. That was mine. Yo, this place looks rad. Okay. Oh boy, it looks like that might have done a little bit of damage. Okay, so hold up. Wait a minute. Let's make like a little pedestal so he sees it. And there we go. It's just a humble little gift for Virus to help him out since he lost all the stuff. It just said, sorry you lost your gear to lightning. This should help make things less frightening. TheLostYeti. And it's just a little bit to get him started, and a new trident. I'm not going to use it, so hopefully that way he can actually get some use out of it, and maybe, just maybe, catch his charged creeper that he's been going for. But yeah, that's one stop, and next, I think we're going to make a trip over to our shop and see if we've made any profits. And that, my friends, is 250. Sorry it wasn't so glorious. I was checking out what Virus had up in the sky there, and might have made a slight miscalculation on my trajectory. Ooh, I really like the stoplights. So we're making the walk of shame over to pick our stuff up from the vineyard. Ooh, and this house too. Man, he's been making some moves over here. I haven't been seeing what he's been putting in, but he's been putting in some work. So hopefully we don't forget any of our stuff over here. That should be all of it. Okay, now for real, we're off to the shopping district to see if we've made any profits. Loading and spawn. Before I forget, let's get some sleep up in here. Not sure if I've formally shown this, but we do have an odds and ends sign now, so I do feel quite official. I haven't been making a whole lot of moves on the shop just because Matt hasn't been on at the same time as me for a couple days, so forgive me for making some other progress, but hey, it is what it is. I do want to share this project with Matt. I don't want to just take it over and say, hey, this is what it looks like now. You're stuck with it. So we still do have that whole wing to explore, although I did start laying out a bit of a footprint. I'm not super thrilled with it yet, but at least it leaves a dock for anyone new that's coming in to explore. And let's come on down. Nope. So first of all, actually, let's see our wool production. So we've got majority of a chest, a full chest, well, white I've been stealing from, black I've been stealing from, gray's almost full, okay. No bites on orange yet. Definitely no bites on brown. Nothing on blue. And I'm only checking these because some people were paying in the chests previously. So we want to make sure that's not happening. Nope. Okay, so then fly on down. Let's see what our total profits are thus far. Look at that, ladies and gents. We got 5 diamonds. I know it's not a ton, but I will take it. We're going to be filthy rich. Now, if only I could invest this in some other project. I wonder what that could possibly be. I don't know, but you'll just have to wait and see. Okay, so I want to drop that in the ender chest before I do forget. And then we'll make our way back to the mob farm. And we're back at the base. So now we actually get to toss a bunch of stuff in our depository. I was moving a bunch of stuff around, so that's why my inventory probably looks a little bit different than where you saw in the last shot. But we're going to drop all that in the minecart to send down to the storage room. And as an update, the mob farm has been expanded by 3 new levels. Now, I need to expand my house to hide that ugly monstrosity. So that's going to be a project, but also you should see that our little friend is finally gone. Unfortunately, Common's chicken has decided to fly south for the winter, so he is gone, and I am totally not taking down the pile of dirt that I forgot to take down after completing taking him down. I swear, I totally didn't take down the chicken. The chicken just flew south, you know, they get cold. It's winter, I swear. But, actually, that brings up a good point. I should probably show you where that chicken has flown south to. So, what I started to do is I started to dress up a little bit more the storage room down here. So, as you'll see, we have our chicken cooker. Let's see. We've been moving some stuff around. Okay, we're almost at a stack of cooked chicken. It annoys me that it keeps bringing it up there for some reason, but it's cooking chicken. And those things should be sorting in now. Let's just see. I think I tossed some andesite in there. I don't know. Regardless, this is where they've gone. So let's not spoil anything, but here's my wall of wool. So this is whenever the shop starts to overflow, we can take some out so that way we can have some building materials. For the time being, I have some dyes and stuff hanging around in here. It's not perfect, but it gets the job done. Just some more storage because at least right now, I don't see it worth putting all of those into this system because I'm really not going to be working with it that much. And it's already pre-sorted at the store, so if I need a lot of one color, this is kind of just a spot to throw the overflow, so it makes some more sense. But here is the chicken. So what I started to do was, and I don't want to do this for every episode, so what you probably just saw and this, are just some exceptions, but we move them into these little like museum cases, if you will. I need to replace that block because you can see it straight through. But, so Common's chicken has been moved into this little cage, or, wonderful habitat for chicken growth. Just to kind of keep him around. I really enjoyed him, but I didn't want him over there, and I didn't want to get rid of him, so he found himself a home here. And then, similarly, after a lot of effort, I moved the boat enderman down here. And now we did have 2 boat endermans, so one boat enderman unfortunately did not make the travels back, but he's in there in memory. And so Noctify's rank will be here, as well as all of those boats that I will never use for any particular reason are in these barrels. But yeah, so I think it gives purpose to these guys, and I know it's for episode 5 and 6, but you know, I think it'd be cool to kind of keep it going in the future, so we'll see where that goes. But yeah, that's an update on this. I'm not really sure where I'm to next, but let's actually see how the mob rates are doing. I haven't seen. I need to still fix this wall, I understand that. But at the moment, it's filling right up. So right before I headed out to spawn, I shouldn't say to spawn, to commons. I had already emptied all the gunpowder, all the arrows, and thrown away a lot of the rotten flesh. So that's all fresh stuff from our new multi-layer system, so that's absolutely awesome. I don't have a use for all this stuff, but I will make use of it somehow, some way. But until then, we'll be right back. So it's probably at this moment you're wondering to yourself, hey Yeti, why would you want so much mob drops from this mob grinder of yours? And then that's when I answer, it's time that we take it to the bank. I don't know if that makes any sense, but we're building a bank, and we need a lot of bone blocks. So I've already made a couple trips over here, and also I made a deal with Virtuous to purchase all of his diorite, or at least a good chunk of it. So we're pretty set on building materials. We should be able to fill this out, and I've made some progress. So this is from Virtuous. But yeah, so we've made some good progress here. The idea behind this is to essentially make a miniature adventure map. I will not be sharing with you guys what the traps are at this time, just because I want to have some people run it before we show off what the traps are. But essentially there's going to be a host of redstone traps going on inside this building that will try to stop people from stealing the gems. And if they can get, diamonds, gold, whatever, if they can get out without dying to the traps, they can keep whatever they have. But first of all, we got to put a massive roof on this guy. So that's what we're doing next on the agenda. Let's see if we can get a good dent out of it, thanks to what Virtuous had. Alright, so after many hours of grinding, we can now see that we have the bank all constructed with traps and everything and a nice little path. So actually, let's eat some carrots and we'll take a better look at what we've got in store. So if we come on down here, excuse the ship, sorry Virtuous, hope that doesn't leave a mark. We can now see that I've removed all the chests, I moved everything into shulkers thanks to Common Shop. So Common, you've got some good business because I needed to move everything, so I bought a bunch of shulkers. And we actually built this all out. So now, you come in, I changed it from 2-player to 1-player. That way you can drop your stuff in the shulkers, you can read the rules, and you can take a run at it. As soon as you pull that lever, you're good to go. It'll trap you in the room, and the game is on. I don't know exactly how much you can see. I don't want to spoil any of the traps. But you can see that I'm manning my posts here, trying to just run my bank. And I'm hoping, hey, Virtuous, I think I'm going to message you, actually, and see if you want to give it a go. But, yeah, so while we wait on seeing his response, as you can see, I wrapped this all the way around. The backside doesn't really have the most amount of detail. But I actually had to hollow out all the way through here to get to the vault. So it took me quite some time to hollow all of this out, I hope you understand, and I'm going to try to cover this up and make it look a little bit better. But for the time being, we're going to leave that uncovered. As you can see, the backside's a little bland. But yeah, I'm super thrilled with how it came out, and I'm hoping you are too. Let's see what else we can get into. Alright, so it's been a little bit since we've been on, a couple days. As we can see, since the door hasn't been closed yet, Vert hasn't checked out the bank yet, but that's okay. In the meantime, we've been clearing some space. So what I'm hoping to do over here now, to make this area flow a little bit better, is I do want to open up a branching path this way, across the water, and I made this area. Now, I don't know if I'm going to use it at all, so maybe someone else can squeeze the shop in over here or something like that. But my main goal here is to connect back to the mainland with a single bridge. I think Vert wants to do one over there, but I think it would be kind of nice to also do one over here. And also, like, we have this bridge over here, but this one should probably get an update because it's not exactly the most appealing bridge. It was more so in the beginning just to kind of get everything going. So I realized, oh, we're getting stuck here. I realized this is a huge undertaking, but when it's all said and done, it could look really nice and tie the whole shopping district together a little bit, and brings more customers down by the bank, which typically I don't think is going to be a high traffic area. So if we can get some more traffic over here, I think that's going to do good for business. So that's going to be the plan. We're going to build a little bridge here, and then maybe connect the bridge there, but primary focus is here first. super happy with how it turned out. It's not perfect. I would like to add some lights on it, but I think it totally wraps the concept all the way around, and it gives another access to the area. Now I'm hoping that someone will take the initiative and maybe grab that spot, and maybe I'll do something with it depending if nothing fills in the time. And then that way we can start to wrap things back up to here. Now I'm not sure, let me put this back on. I think what we're gonna have to do is I think we're gonna have to wrap the shop, because as nice as it is, it's just free floating in the middle of the water. They didn't really take the time to, and this is actually a good question. I don't even know whose shop this is. Do we have it on here? Very intimidating life. I don't know. At one point I knew, but I don't know right now. So I guess the next course of action is to wrap this building, and then perhaps wrap some of the road around, and we're getting trident thrown. Can we get a trident for ourselves in the meantime? Hello, Mr. Drowned. Are you gonna kill me? You're probably gonna kill me. You're straight up gonna kill me. Alright, so after a little bit of progress, we surrounded the island a little bit. I don't want to go too insane because I want to make sure that I keep this waterway open to somewhat realistically fit Virtuous's boat. So that actually brings up a good question. I'm not sure how I would do a bridge that would allow for these guys to get out. So that's a question for probably next time. But for the time being, I'm really happy with the little bridge that we added. I'm really happy with this little expansion, and I'm happy with how that's all looking. The shopping district, definitely getting a huge upgrade with this. Super stoked on it, I hope you guys are too. Let me know what your opinions are of it in the comment section down below. And I'm hoping that everyone else on the server likes what I've done here to actually dress this place up a little bit. Alrighty guys, that's where we're going to be calling this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, this has been your host, TheLostYeti, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.